Earlier this week, the Youngstown City School Board is cutting all busing services for all high school students during the upcoming school year. The school district says that high school students will have to rely on other forms of transportation to get to school, including the WRTA. So here to talk with us about that is the director of the WRTA, Dean Harris. Dean, thank you for being here. Are you talking with the Youngstown City Schools to see what students will need in terms of the routes, the neighborhoods, or is that still in the preliminary stages?
That's still in the preliminary stages. We had one quick meeting with them that they asked what what our routes were like, but nothing formal.
Will you have to change any of the WRTA routes to accommodate the students and their schedules this fall? Because, school drop-off, parent pickup time, we know that as the morning and the afternoon. Would that maybe then switch up some of your routes?
We are not changing any of our routes at this point. We just offered that students could ride our bus if they need to, but our service will stay the same.
And how many current routes and schedules will be affected then? Would you say that maybe the students can get on most of your morning routes? How many do you have in the morning?
So we have about 26 routes in total. So depending on which school they go to, they may have a good access, but all the routes that we're aware of, or I should say all the schools that are affected, I believe, in the city have at least a route nearby, if not right in front.
Okay, now as a parent, I would be asking this question like many other parents would be asking, but will the district have maybe a supervisor or someone on the bus at that time to ensure students are safe, because they would be riding also with members of the public at the same time, right?
Correct, they'll be riding with the public just like any other passenger. I don't, again, know what the city schools is going to be doing with all the different routes. I don't know. I can't see them having people on the bus every route. They may have people out there randomly. We do have security that rides our bus, again, randomly to make sure that that everyone's safe.
Now, roughly how many students are you expecting to use the bus this fall then?
That I don't know. We weren't really talking about that. It could be a couple hundred. Again, it depends on timing of the schools when they get start and end, and with the location of the student to our routes where they live.
Has this strategy been applied anywhere else in the country, and have you looked at what's worked for them?
So school trippers and school access is quite popular in other transits because of especially the larger cities. For example, in Akron, where I used to work, we had school trippers that we contracted with the school to provide. And then we also had a program where they rode the regular bus routes. But generally, it's usually a contract between the school and the transit. Where in our case, we won't have a contract with schools. It's just our regular routes that are already out there that kind of provide a little bit of a backup to the loss of the city's bus service, the city school service.
All right. Well, definitely sounds like there's still some more details to be ironed out, but thank you so much for joining me. This is definitely a new way of doing things, but the district's looking for solutions, and this was one of them. So Dean Harris from WRTA, thank you for being here on 21 News at 5.
Thank you.